So our thoughts matter. My first really Facebook Live, and when thinking about what I wanted to talk about, the fact of the matter is our thoughts matter. As men and husbands, we set the tone for our relationships and our family. And I read a book. Took me only a few days to read. It's not a hard read, but it's called The Alignment Effect. It's by Tyler Watson. And even though some of the stuff I'm a little skeptical on, he has a lot of good practices in the book, which I've used and so to a degree, and they've helped a lot. With stresses and thinking. And the whole book is about channeling and rearranging and changing your thoughts. And what I mean by that is, for instance, let's use one of the examples I used in the book, debt. How does debt make you feel? Does it make you feel stressed? Does it cause a lot of arguments with between you and your spouse? How does it make you feel? So the exercise that he has this guy go through in his example is he basically takes out a piece of paper. Draws a line down the middle. On one side, he writes a minus, not necessarily positive or negative. Just this, your minus side is going to be how you currently feel, and then your plus sign on the other side, and that's how you want to feel. So basically, on the minus side of your paper, you're going to write down, at the top, you're going to write debt, right, as an example, and you're going to basically go down and write everything how debt makes you feel. And then when you think you get to the end of the list, ask yourself, what else? And it may take you a little bit, especially for this first exercise. And after you add some more, you're going to say, what else? You're going to keep saying what else until you can't think of anything else. And really try. You have to actually go into this book with an open mind to a degree. And like I said, even though there's a few things in the book, I'm just like, like he talks about curing his wife's gluten intolerance or whatnot. That might be a thing, but it may not be. But I was more interested in his thought process and how changing your thoughts. And then on the other side of your paper, your plus side, how do you want to feel about debt? Do you want to feel like, it's easy to pay off? Because a lot of times we feel like we're spinning our wheels paying off debt. How do you want to feel? Right? It's all about changing your mindset. Same thing with the Dave Ramsey, if you're familiar with his program. Dave Ramsey, it's all about changing your mindset. And so you're basically taking all these feelings, how you currently feel, how you want to feel, and you're putting them on paper. If you've ever seen Matthew McConaughey or Steve Harvey, they're even talking about writing stuff down. Like stuff that you want to achieve, writing it on paper and, reading it over and over. Same concept with this guy, Tyler Watson, and the alignment effect. Like I said, it was an awesome read. Now, some of the stories, when you get there, you're going to be like, dude, this sounds a little magical. Because he talks about doing this whole alignment thing with people, and then 3 days later, making $60,000 in their business. You really don't, but he's not really telling the other side of the coin of that until he gets to his example later in the book. And it's like, oh, that makes sense now. So you really got to go into this book with an open mind and be willing to change your thoughts. Be willing to try the exercise. You could do it on debt. You can do it on your marriage. You can do it on yourself, right? Like for me, it would be Joe at the top. How do I currently feel about Joe? How do I want to feel about Joe? What are the things I want to achieve? I'm a little fluffy. So, hey, that's my negative. How do I want to feel? I want to be able to wake up early in the morning and work out. I want to be able to do, different things. It's all about changing your thoughts, and that's what this whole week is going to be about. My goal, and I'm putting it out there in the universe and for all you people, is I'm looking to do a video every day. I'm going to do a video every day. Like, obviously, this one's a little early because I got to go in the office and leave here in like 2 minutes. But I wanted to start off and say, it is a Monday. Start looking at your thoughts and how can you change them? Because I promise you that if we can start changing our thoughts, it's going to change the way we feel about our jobs. It's going to change how we feel about our marriage, our kids, It's going to change even like if you wanting to start a business. I told you in other videos, if you've ever watched them, for 2025, mine and my wife's goals is PHP, people helping people. And we've picked a target, kind of like a target audience to help. Not necessarily to promote our business, but to help people. That's what we're put here on this Earth planet for. We want to help people. I want to focus on the dads and the husbands, because starting next week, we're going to get deep next week, all next week, I'm going to share my story. Let's face it, people can get on here and you've probably seen us talk about our travel, this and that, but no one's ever really, I don't think we've ever really told our story and why we do what we do and different things like that. And it may resonate with some of you. But right now, this whole week, it's all about changing our thoughts. So I want you to think of, today, I want you to think of the most stressful thing there is. Is it your marriage? Is it debt? Is it your kids? Is it you? Is it your job? And I want you to take a piece of paper. I want you to draw a line down the middle, minus on this side, plus sign on this side. And I want you to write how you currently feel about your job or whatever that stress is. Maybe it's your wife. Maybe it's your spouse. Your spouse. Maybe it's your kids. Maybe it's your debt. Whatever that is, whatever that stress is in your life. And then I want you to change how you feel. Then I want you to, on this side, how do you want to feel about it? Also, send me a message and say, hey, here's what stresses me out. Here's what I need help with. Here's what I want advice with. Believe me, my wife and I, we've been married 24 years. Well, actually, we'll be 24 years this year. Next year, we'll be 25. And we've been through the ringer. And so what we want to do is we want to help. I'm looking at dads and husbands to help. She's looking at women who just feel disconnected, or not disconnected, who wrap themselves all around their kids and want to help women be able to define themselves outside of their family and kids. And because let's face it, even guys in our jobs, we define ourselves with our jobs. You'll find people like, yeah, I'm so-and-so and I'm a director at blah, blah, blah. A lot of times we define ourselves by our jobs. Our jobs are who we are. What happens if we lose that? We lose our identity. And we're going to eventually, in the next few weeks, maybe even talk about that. But right now, we need to start changing our thoughts. We need to start small. And we need to start changing our process, because right now, 2025 is going to be your year. I want you to keep saying that, because we're saying that to ourselves. We're saying 2025 is our year. And it's our year to help people. And so, like I said, next week, I'm going to share our story. We're going to get deep. You're going to hear the nitty, the gritty. Hopefully I don't make my wife too mad. Sharing. But we've been there. We've done that. And so, but again, it all goes back to changing your thoughts. I'm also going to put a link to this in probably the comment section of this live. So if you are interested in picking up this book, you can pick it up off Amazon. It's not too expensive, I don't think. And I'm telling you, it's going to change you. It's going to change your way of thinking. It's really cool. Again, talk to you later. Hope everyone has a good Monday. See you on the other side. Cheers, guys.